We're going, yo, what's going on? It's Matt from Drive and Grind. We got Julian in the back.
How you doing?
And today we're going to show you a new car. Julian's new car. It's the 2018 S4. There she is, right there. I think we're going to do a little preview of it first. Go walk around and show you some exterior videos, and then we'll talk about it in the video. Let's go. Julian, of course, back from Drive and Grind. Matt was already introduced it a little bit, but this is my new 2018 Audi S4. This is a brand new car to the channel. We're going to be using it a lot more. But just to give you a little quick introduction and little stats about it. This is a 3-liter V6 turboed engine. It's producing 354 horsepower to the crank and 369 torque. Now with this car, I chose out some unique features. First off, I got the S-Sport package. S-Sport package comes with those red calipers that you can see around the rims. Of course, the front rims are going to have bigger, chunkier calipers compared to the rear ones. A lot of different size, of course, because most of the braking's done in the front. One other things that come to the S-Sport package comes with a sport dampening suspension. We'll talk about that a little more. And then a sport rear differential when we're taking a drive. Now, what other features I have with this car right now is the Glacier white metallic. We'll do a little bit of that, but this is a very standardized white color, but the uniqueness is the metallic. Metallic is a little more expensive, but it gives you like a sparkly when you look closely at the paint. And with that sparkly, in a lower lighting scenario, it gives it more of like a grayer finish, like almost like a Nardo gray or a Quantum gray, like you get another color on this car. Very unique, and I do like it very much because it looks amazing in photos. And one other thing that you might notice that's a little more pricier for this car is the black optic package. I highly recommend it 100% for this car. Of course, it does all the chrome and titanium all blacked out. You'll see around the car. One of my favorite parts is the front itself. This black around here looks amazing for the car. And one last is in the rear itself. Where the exhaust is, usually it's a nice chrome finish, silvery metallic, but it's nice and black. Really adds to the car, looks really amazing in photos. Beautiful all around. Now we talked a little bit about the exterior and really what's going on inside the car. We're gonna go take a look in the interior now and give you some details. Alright, now we're gonna look inside the interior. I'm gonna talk about it. So the first thing you're gonna notice for this car is, of course, the red Napa leather diamond stitch seats. These are definitely a more pricier option to get on this car, but I have to say that I get the most compliments on these seats. Red's not for everyone, but with the white and black, it makes this car pop and look amazing. One of the major reasons I got these seats too, you're gonna notice around the car, is the red stitching. You can see it on the door panels, but it only comes with the red seats. It's the only way to get the red stitching on the black with Alcantaras. Now from that, you're gonna notice another option that does cost a little more. All around the car, they have these carbon Atlas inlays. It's all carbon fiber, protected throughout the car. Very nice addition, I highly recommend it. It looks amazing throughout the car. All right, one last major thing is the sound system. Now this sound system is incredible, it's Bang & Olufsen. It comes with a 3D sound, you'll notice it throughout the car. It comes even with a subwoofer. It is insane for this smaller compact car. It sounds amazing. The bass is incredible. I mean, for a stock car, this is all you can really ask for. It's amazing overall. And one last little thing I've added to this car so far, it's a very small touches, but you can see, I'll show you a little better later, but this is a nice little paddle shifters. It's just extension paddle shifters, but it comes with red carbon fiber. just to give a little more attention to the car. I've actually got a lot of compliments on it. Looks good with the car, matches well with the interior. Alright, now let's take the car for a little drive and get a little preview of how it sounds. So here's a little warm start for you, because here in California, obviously we don't get much cold starts here, and it's a nice hot day we've been driving this car. Let's get it going. So one of the cool features about this technology package in the virtual cockpit, you're able to really change what settings you have over there. So for example, you can have a little date and time, consumption of how much miles per gallon you're doing, short-term memory, miles, energy consuming. Right now I have the air conditioning going off, so obviously it's using more energy. Driver assistance, of course, really nice feature. And like traffic signs, so it's pretty cool extra information you can have around here. One other things you can do is you can change that little side panel, what you want on there. You can even have like directory, your phone, what music's playing, if you need service, all that good stuff. One of the cool features is you can change the view option though, so you get more information across the whole board. This way you can really go in depth and really see the boost gauge, the temperature a lot better and clearer. And also a lot bigger map. It's very interesting. You can zoom in, zoom out. A very cool feature to have on this new car. So there's a nice little preview for you. Right now we have the windows up, mostly because the car was just cleaned. We'll give you guys a nice exterior sound later on, but if you want to see really quickly, cool feature I have, of course, right now I normally drive in Sport Dynamic. Definitely the worst for your gas. It kills you on gas, but you get the exhaust valves open, which is a very cool feature. It makes it a lot louder, and Dynamic gives you a lot higher RPMs, so ready to go, especially if you're trying to take off or get it quicker somewhere. Very good feature. So I have it locked on my steering wheel here for changing the actual driving mode. So most people love comfort because it actually makes the suspension itself a lot softer and it's more smoother. The steering wheel itself is a lot looser too, so it's a lot easier for the daily commute and drive. So especially on these bumpier roads we have around here in La Jolla and San Diego area, they get pretty bad. So it's nice to drive on comfort because it really makes it softer to the touch and easier to drive around. Now other features you can do, of course, you can even in comfort mode change it to sport, which is just pushing down on this. You can actually see it right here. Pushing up and down changes over here in the middle from drive and sport. So the sport, literally all it does is just change the RPMs. It makes it so it's higher revving. It's just more reactive that way. It's a lot easier to drive around, especially if you don't like a little delay it'll have when more slower version on the comfort. And some people like doing is a auto, which honestly auto, I don't see much difference in it. It's supposed to automatically drive to how your standards are. I really don't see anything besides the driving like comfort, but maybe a little bit higher RPMs. It doesn't change much. Now another thing, of course, is Dynamic. Like I said before, changes the valves open. You can do it with normal drive, which lowers the RPMs but keeps the valves open, so it's louder that way. Or of course, if you're trying to go a lot quicker, higher RPMs, and be loud, Sport Dynamic is my favorite mode I drive in. Some people like to customize it and go individual. I don't have it set up right now, but basically you can customize what suspension you want to be reactive. You want to be more dampened, you want it to be softer, or you can make it more stiff. You can make the steering wheel more stiff or softer while driving. You can basically really customize it to your own, maybe more your preference of how you want to drive a lot better. It's definitely useful. It's your choice though. Everyone's a little different about that. I personally just stick with Sport Dynamic. And if I want to save some gas, I'm going comfort on highways. Now, one of the features we want to talk about was the Sport Dynamic package, which on the suspension, one of the main things it does is it makes the car sit a little bit lower. It also makes it really good for more track focus, especially if you're taking corners and turns. It will lower really the car and take the turn better to make it so you come out of the corner a lot smoother without better aerodynamics, a lot just overall better for the car. It's good for even roads where it has little bumpy surfaces because it's able to dampen and control and change while driving. Now, one other feature with the Sport package is the Sport differential in the back, the rear. Now, this is also really focused on track or really taking turns at quick speeds. This, for example, if I took this turn very quickly, it would send most of the power, instead of being a full quattro, which is perfect like 50-50 all around, it would send most of the power to the back rear if I'm taking a left turn, because it makes it so the car rotates quicker that way and gives it get around the corner quicker. It's a very amazing feature. They did a great job on that.
Let's give it some gas.
Alrighty, so you guys can hear a little bit of it lowered on the windows, so you can actually hear it. Wait until I get past a little bit. Picks up pretty darn quick in this car. Of course, there's gonna be a lot of wind right now. It's not the best. One of my favorite features to do while I'm in Sport Dynamic, it'll be a little hard to hear me, but it's changing this to a manual mode. It's not really manual, and I don't want to be obviously saying it's manual. It's just changing the gears and automatic. But it gives you more control. So all you do is do it to the side, and you guys should get a number right here on what gear you're at. So I'm in 6th gear, so it's a little lower RPMs. Now with the paddle shifters, I can literally go lower gear to get higher RPM. It's really good for
Bucket in the road.
Yeah, there's a little debris in the road. Sorry about that. But when you go lower gear, it's nice for taking off a little bit faster, so you can get higher revs, more power to the car. And it gives you all the controls, so it's really a lot more fun, like a manual car should do. Obviously, this isn't a manual car.
Alright, we're going to do some drive-bys so you guys can hear the exhaust better, because it's kind of hard to hear with those windows rolled down, all the wind blowing. So yeah, just waiting right here for Julian to come around the corner. But yeah, here we go.
So we got a lot of small little features I'm showing you, but one of the cool ones that honestly I feel like most people don't know about this car, especially when buying it, because not a lot of people talk about it or show it off, but there's little knobs on the side, and you're able to do it over here. If you look at the screen, when I throw it up, you can actually go to a massage seat function. So they have 3 different versions. Wave, and you can change the power level from 1 to 3. I mean, it's nothing strong like a Q8 or anything like that, but it has massage seats. What? No one expected that. No one really talks about it. So it's a feature that not a lot of people know about, and it goes for both the 2 front seats. Now, of course, for the rear, but it's nice for just long drives, relaxing, especially when you're doing like 3+ hour drives. Very good. So one last thing I'm going to show you guys is our tires here. So I got an upgraded to the Michelin Pilot Sport 4S's, and I cannot really talk about how much this is worth it. Obviously, it's not a performance upgrade per se. It doesn't make your car faster. It doesn't make it any crazy different. But the grip on these tires, the traction, it's amazing. Around corners, turns, high speeds, you'll never feel more safe and secure on these tires. I mean, you brake so much faster. They're not 100% good for, of course, water and ice, but honestly, with water, they stop extremely well. They have really good traction in water. This can't be obviously a lot of it. With the Quattro drive though, it's perfect nonetheless. You're not gonna have really any problems with it at all. That's basically it about the car itself. Well, one little tidbit, of course, this car is stock right now. That's the main focus of it. Haven't had it that long yet. I have a lot of ideas in the future for this car, a lot of performance upgrades to this car. One of the first things I'm doing is software, so it's gonna be more of a engine tune wise. Mostly going through APR. They have really good numbers, and they're very good secure to my ECU, where it's gonna have a longevity to it. It's gonna last a while and not have that many issues with it. So I'm looking forward to that. If you guys want to see more of that in the future, feel free to give a like, comment, and keep updated on our videos, because we got plenty more to showcase and I'm excited to go with it. So I hope you guys have a great day.
See ya.